Oops. Oops. Sorry, my mic wasn't fully plugged in. My apologies. What's up, everybody? Got it. Yeah, I was mute Jay for a second. Sorry about that. Back. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Um, what I was saying is greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Lunchtime Live. This week's Best of MMA Bets comes out today. I have an idea of the Lock City parlay. I'm definitely not doing a money line underdog. I don't really like any underdog enough this card to want to lock an underdog. I feel like something on the safer side, 2-leg parlay makes the most sense for me. I like the 2-leg parlay attack. And that's where my head's at. Nah, no rips, bro. Sober J. I'm in a Lock City parlay mood. This card does feel like a bunch of decisions. I'm looking at an over 2.5 and then one fighter, 2-leg combo. I'm not interested in the underdog call. Yeah, like Morales was a great underdog last week for sure. Vexat Almakhan's not even an underdog. It's my take on Jake Paul. It's not he's desperate. He's definitely a little delusional. But he really is in search of a world title fight. 2-leg parlays are the best, Jay. Let's go, Stormy Normie. Chat, we're at 13 likes. Let's get 20 likes for the first 5 minutes of the stream. 20 likes first 5 minutes, Jay. You know, I think on the reg, every single afternoon, bro, I have a fucking stuffy nose. It really pisses me off. I don't know if it's something in this fucking room. I have no idea. They start catching allergies in the morning, bro. Or in the afternoon, I should say. It's really annoying. It's like on the fucking reg, bro. Feeling stuffed. Like, it's annoying. Like, I feel like I can talk like this. If I just didn't let it go and I just do it, I can hear like this, man. I do the whole show talking like this. How do you think it sounds? Guys, UFC at Qatar, it's going to be a nice weekend of fights. I'm really excited to witness what goes down. I think we're going to have a lot of fun matchups here. And it's really going to be a blast. If I just went full stuffy nose, Jay, and I'll just fucking be nasally as a mother. Holy shit. Happy early birthday, KZ. I'll be streaming for your birthday, just for you. KZ. KZ, if you want to come on the live show tomorrow, I'll gladly have you in. For your birthday, I'll have you in live. If you want, I'll bring you on live for your birthday. Squidward, yeah. It sounded more like Squilliam Fancy, son. Squilliam. SpongeBob. SpongeBob. Meh, meh, meh. Yeah, I hate the stuffy nose, Jay. I thought about putting a nose strip on, but I'm like, Oh, look at Swerve. I was with you on Ian beating Bilal using his range plus footwork. But now looking back, Bilal was able to beat Wonderboy, who was 1-2 in his last 3, who also has good footwork. Could he do the same to Ian? I don't think post-championship Bilal is beating the best version of Ian Garry ever, man. I feel like still we have to recognize Wonderboy was in his late 30s. Ian Garry is not even 30 yet. Still working this cash register, Squiddy. Unfortunately, still on the cash register. There's nothing I can do about it besides just accept my fate as a cashier forever. It'd be cool. Listen, you just let me know, Casey. I'll gladly birthday gift you. Watch Casey's video last night on hugging. I must say, well articulated, well thought out. Casey makes good content. Creatine Ian Garry is a new mythical fighter. I really like Ian Garry this card. Protest still sus for not finishing a crawling Ian Garry is funny as fuck. You think Ian Gary times him and KOs him? I like decision. I lean decision personally. KZ is underrated, bro. He needs to post more just base rants. He's the voice of the fans, bro. I think that could be KZ's whole channel. The voice of the fans, the voice of the fans that like entertainment, the voice of the fans of high level striking. Turning 28, bro. You are just entering your prime. 28 is prime, KZ. That's prime Z, bro. Hey, I'm happy for you, KZ. I like that you're a year older than me, KZ. You always got me still feeling young, you know? You see Prates trying to rage bait towards the title. I'm the lightest guy. I'm easy to take down. Let's fight Islam. No, I didn't even see that. That's amazing. Gary could use a dominant win. He kind of seems to just scrape by with decisions. He is a bit of a decision merchant. I was having this debate with my boy the other day as an MMA fan. I think Rogan has the best job in the world, talks to whoever he wants for a living in his cage side for pay-per-views. You know, the only job I think better than Rogan's is mine. I think covering the sport from my angle is better. I like it more. But obviously being cage side at every pay-per-view like Rogan is cool. But I don't know, man. I like, at least as far as the content flow, I like my own. I guess if I also was a UFC commentator for, 3 events a year, that'd be pretty cool too. I did see the Jake Paul promo. If Gary beats Bilal, especially in impressive fashion, I do think he's on the short list. You're going with the value side, Mini Moo. Right? There is something special about calling the fight at home. It's nice. Being a ref is a cooler job. Listen, you can think that for sure. Free thought. What about being the actual fighter, you know? What about being, Jack Della Maddalena? Commentators get so much criticism, I'd be stressing. You wouldn't be if you did it. It's like me on MMA YouTube. You have people talking shit constantly. Chat, we're at 22 likes. We're about to hit the 10-minute mark of the stream. Let's bump it up to 30. I agree, Rogan has definitely lived one of the coolest lives. Rogan's a gem. Gem Rogan. I think Big John McCarthy will be back at some point. At the very least, we'll see him over in PFL. Cornerman is cool. What about being a guy that sets that octagon up on your own, no team? That sounds awful. Is Finch not like Luke Riley because he's Patty's boy? I know he's not a big Patty fan. He was cooking Riley. Bro, Finch is a certified Patty the Batty hater. I love my boy Finch, but he hates Patty Pimblett. He hates Patty. I don't know why. He just hates Patty Pimblett. I don't think it's exactly the same as JDM, but I think striking, distance management, takedown defense, and Ian Gary has better footwork than Jack Della. Dude, the steel tie cups moment was funny as fuck. I'm listening to the steel tie cups moment, and all I'm thinking to myself is, wow, Rogan really does repeat the same lines all the time. It's a fulcrum for arm bars. I'm like, haven't we heard this 100 times already? Finch hates fucking UK fighters. Oh shit. Hater J, bro. He's a Patty Pimblett hater J. Scousers don't get knocked out, lah. I don't even know how to do the fucking accent like I'm from the. He's got more of a rasp in the voice, the sound. I can't really do the fucking sound. I can do kind of like a knockoff UK accent where you think maybe he's from England, maybe it's the UK, maybe it's Wales. You can't really tell where I sound like I'm from, but it's somewhere in that region of the world, at least how I interpret it, you know? What's up, Ludacart? How you been, bro? Hater J. You think Bilal fades into irrelevancy? I think he definitely loses this one. I mean, his recent wins, Bilal's wins over Leon and Sean Brady have both kind of aged like trash, huh? And even the Gilbert Burns win. Belo's wins are not of guys that seem to be elite at this moment. AJ 2026 is about to be 2016 all over again. World Cup is about to be awesome. You know, I have never really watched the World Cup, but listen, I hope that it's an awesome time. Yesterday, I was riding my bicycle around town, Kansas City. A Chevy Suburban nailed me. I'm in the ER right now. I can't believe I'm alive. Holy shit, Ludicar. I'm glad you're alive, dude. What is the damage? What is the damage that's done? How bad are you hurt right now? Sorry about that, dude. Ian Gary says he's going to knock out Below in the first round. I don't know if I'm pushing that. Saturday could have been the last UFC card I watched, but you know what? You were blessed. God said, we give him more time. I'm happy to hear it, bro. Hey, yo, won one of my parlays over the weekend. Your channel's awesome. Hey, thank you, Solo 415 Metal. I got to come up with some magic this week, too. Luke is even harder to understand for me than Patty. I need subtitles. In hindsight, Volk is kind of a terrible stylistic matchup for Islam. Small ball of muscle with elite footwork, elite striking, and great cardio. That version of him beats any other 55er at the time. And it's an Islam who dehydrates himself down to 155 pounds. 170 Islam is different, bro. At 37, Bilal stood with JDM for 5 and returned damage, but does that make him look good or JDM look bad because Bilal was not a good striker? The truth is, Bilal couldn't wrestle fuck him, man. Your knee got shattered, shoulder hurts, waiting on x-rays, watch age on the ER. Ludicart, I'm happy to hear you're alive, bro. I'm sorry that these injuries hit you. Jesus. That's fucking crazy, man. That really is. I mean, at least I can give you one positive of this whole situation, Ludicart. You get to watch the shows. Probably be off work for a little while. You'll be tuning into the fucking live streams. At least you can hang out with us every lunchtime, you know? There's at least one positive of it all, man. To find some shit among, you know, or find some good amongst the shit. Dude, I don't know. Jack Hermansson moving weight classes is weird to me, but I will say I went back and was watching the Roman Dolidze fight again, and I was like, damn, he took Dolidze's ass down. I'm like, fuck. I don't know, man. My confidence in Orolbai is not as high as maybe off rip. I started thinking, I'm like, fuck, what if Hermansson pulls this one off? What if he actually looks good at 170? What if Hermansson becomes a 170 top 15 guy? Like, could Hermansson end up beating, like, you know, Daniel Rodriguez? I mean, I don't see why not. I'm like, what if Jack Hermansson somehow makes a run? I'm like, is Mittebek Orolbai definitely going to stop him? I'm still picking Mittebek Orolbai. This week's best of Maybets is dropping today. I'm finalizing my lock. I have about 65-70% of the show written down. I just need to final out some calls before I record. And then I got to edit it and shit. So expect it in the evening hours tonight. Kyle Dawkins is on a motherfucking roll. Kyle Dawkins is the man. I don't feel any pressure, but I will say if I hit the lock this card, we finish out November undefeated. AJ is right to worry about Hermansson possibly beating Orolbai. It's just, if Hermansson looks great on the scale, I feel as though, you know, the Orolbai pick could be trouble. So, but then again, I think Orolbai is definitely a good wrestler too, and, you know, more accustomed to 170. So we'll see. I know Patty's already in Qatar. He'll probably run into Topuria. 90% sure who should win, Tsarukyan. Asu is this week's lock. I'll give you a hint, PDX. He's one of the confident picks. I really think Asu Almakhan is a fucking problem. He's so good at control. He gets you down to be positionally dominant, man. He doesn't need a finish. He could get one, but he doesn't need one. I like Asu Almakhan a lot, too. I think Asu Almakhan, he's a good pick. What do you guys think of Tigir Ulanbekov versus Horiguchi? It's so interesting, man. I'm a lot more real about my picks as, you know, the more years have gone on. You know, back in the day, I'd make a pick I didn't like, and then I wouldn't flip it. I say, no, 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 just trust. Now I'm like, I'm twisted on Horiguchi with Ulanbekov. Because if Horiguchi can out volume him and keep it standing, I really think he can win. But then the takedowns, Jesus. Oezdemir should win too. I agree. Dude, can you imagine Alonso Menifield chins Oezdemir? What the fuck? Right? The big thing is Horiguchi training with Pantoja. Shit. I don't know. I think Horiguchi's live to make it a fight. Nah, definitely nothing wrong with pick flipping. We'll see. We'll see. Listen, that's the experience of watching my channel is my fucking internal fight that goes on throughout the week on certain calls. Chat, if you told me, I'm going to list off some over 2.5s, and I want you guys to give me your favorite over. All right. You're talking to Finch right now. He's going to get me seats to XFO. Good shit, Giovanni Villa Gomez. Enjoy the fuck out of that. Enjoy the fuck out of that, bro. You get to go hang out with Finch. Right. Favorite over 2.5s. One more. Yeah, I agree. Segura's been looking bad lately. Uh, got it. Get your votes in on this one. Of the list, favorite over 2.5. Any fighter that surprised me this year? I think Michael Morales, not that his winning surprised me, but the fact that he already got rushed up the ranks and just beat a top guy in Sean Brady, like his rise was really quick. I think that surprised me more than anything, how fast he rose. What's up, Juice Trades? The over 1.5 in Topuria versus Almakhan is minus 200. I do feel like the confidence on overs does default to the smaller guys. I like to gear. Even if he struggles taking / keeping Horiguchi down, he can have a few moments where he hurts Horiguchi and wins on damage. Horiguchi doesn't have the same chin, in my opinion. Fair. He's got a lot of wars on the fucking resume. He's been doing it forever, bro. Gary KOing Bilal would be a fucking spectacle. That would be a spectacle. That's, yo, you said it, KZ. The only concern with Asu Perez is that Perez can get submitted earlier than that. He's been submitted a couple times, and he's coming off a bad injury. I really think Asu Almakhan should be good as gold this weekend. I really like Perez, though. I don't know. Like, I feel a little bit twisted because I like Perez's boxing. I like the way Perez rips punches. Good fight. I will say, though, Perez went distance with Makhachev'S. That was pretty cool. Asu Cashew Big, last fight in Dubai. Listen, Asu Almakhan is legit. That's why. He's a proven winner, man. He beat Ochoa, who's the fucking boy. Ochoa's good as fuck. I think Perez has pretty good scrambles, to be fair. He's a wrestler. Will the damage JDM put on Bilal affect his durability? Will it prove Bilal has a steel chin? I think Bilal does have a steel chin. Am I considering pick swapping on Orolbai or Hermansson? Definitely not till weigh-ins. Can't wait for Propaholics? Fuck yeah, KZ. I want to do it Wednesday just because with the UFC in Qatar, the weigh-in show will be pretty early in the day on Friday, and I just want to give it its chance to shine, you know? Bilal is definitely pretty durable. For now. For now, he's pretty durable. Bilal finishes Gary. Holy shit. No, I'm not shaving my beard. I'm not shaving my beard again. No. I do that once every couple years, bro. That is not a thing that I do on a regular basis. Fuck no. I got to trim my beard a little bit to clean it up, but like I'm liking around this length. I like the stallion beard just like this. Proper fucking holics, bro. Let's go, Polo Rods. Let's go, Polo Rods. No, I'm not doing proper holics midday. Wednesday evening. What's my favorite over 2.5? Um, I do think Almakhan and Perez goes over 2.5. I think Gary Bilal goes over 2.5. Exactly, PDX. I do. I got the West Coast viewers I gotta, treat properly. Hey, what's up, Polo Rods? I didn't see what you said, Doug. Where is it? I think Ian needs a spectacular finish. I mean, he's beating the number one guy regardless. No, I don't think he needs a spectacular finish. If he goes out and wins a split decision, that's still impressive. We got work except from skipping today. Respect to PDX skipping work. Kind of worried about the injury on Perez's side. I definitely think that will stifle his movement a bit. Hopefully he doesn't re-tear it again. Propaholic smart. Maybe KZ can hop in, give us a breakdown. Listen, if he wants to, I'd be more than happy to let him. Yeah, his knee got blown out bad by Tyra. Really bad. Does that lock him for a title, though, considering the other contenders lately? Plus Usman and Shavkat? Uh, Shavkat needs one more win. He's been out for a while. How many Asu Gillies does he have? Let's see. Asu's got one Gilly, one Peruvian necktie. I mean, listen, he's got a lot of rear naked chokes. Bro, Figgy at that time when he jumped the Gilly, he looked like a god. Figgy was incredible back then. That was prime Figgy. Buckley called out Shavkat. I mean, that's a cool comeback fight for Shavkat, but I think Shavkat beats Buckley for sure. I feel like Oezdemir's in a good spot too. I really think he pulls through. Shavkat versus Prates, please. Gary versus Morales, winner or both face off for the title shot. Gary versus Morales, I don't know if they book. I think it really depends on what the UFC's mentality is going to be with Islam. Because there's a Usman fight on the table for sure. And obviously, there's a lot of intrigue on the Topuria fight still. Figgy was great during the Moreno fights. Fuck yeah, that was his prime. But then he, past his prime, the weight cuts got to him. What's up, Technique? Morales versus Shavkat would be cool because it's the battle of undefeated fighters, which at this level, how often does that happen? Top 5 undefeated guys is kind of crazy. I'm all in if they decide to book it. That'd be dope. Moreno is fighting against Tyra next month. See Guru's matchmaking video. I saw who he chose. Yeah, Shavkat Morales, Usman Prates, JDM Brady, Islam Ian. I like giving those guys grapplers a little warm up for the Islam fight. Who wins? JDM Brady. I like JDM Prates more. I actually like Usman either waiting in the wings for a title shot or if Ian wins this weekend, probably him. I actually think Usman Belal, regardless of what happens this weekend, is a great fight to be had. And yeah, Shavkat Morales is so cool because it's battle of undefeated guys, but they may go the route of Shavkat versus Usman. I'd like to see a Gary versus Prates rematch. I think we see a different fight. Not saying different result, maybe, but definitely different fight. Prates won't sleep on it this time. I would love to see it, but Prates is going to earn it, man. Adrian, my boss, told me to be discreet about the raise I'm getting soon. I think that's code for he wants me to take him to war for 5 rounds. I think he does, yes. I think so. I'd like to see Usman get another win too, but how many fights does he have left? There's the element of like that is a legacy fight, even though Usman is not necessarily deserving of a title fight. He could get it based on merit and what he once did. Belal might be on a 3-fight losing skid. Leon after holding that belt if he fights Usman next, honestly. Belal versus fucking Usman still is dope, regardless of the losing streaks. But yeah, nah, I'd like that fight. The Ilya fight is happening, in my opinion. It's a matter of 170 or 55. I don't think Islam's going back down to 155. I don't think he's going back down to 155. I don't see it. You think they do Gary Makhachev for the White House? I could see it. I mean, Ian Gary wins impressively. He has a promo post-fight, a proper call-out. It's easy to say that he's the guy. Also, chat, we're at 37 likes. Let's get 40 likes up in here. Morales was the best pick. Thank you, piano player. Is this a win-win for Jake Paul? At the end of the thing, if he loses? Definitely not the end of the thing he loses. If he loses, it doesn't really matter. This is actually a fight where he could lose and he just gets respect for the courage. If he has a decent performance against Joshua, it's a big deal. And if he somehow wins, he's fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world. I know you guys are thinking that's crazy, but Usyk versus Paul happens if he beats Anthony Joshua. If he somehow beats Anthony Joshua, he should be fighting Usyk next, which is insane, but that would be it. I don't know if he would definitely get an opportunity at every world title, but there's a chance that they could do it for, one of the world championships. Now, does Jake Paul beat a guy with the size of Anthony Joshua? Probably not. Anthony Joshua should probably pick him apart. Anthony Joshua is live for a knockout within 2 rounds. But I respect Jake Paul for finally choosing to fight a monster. This is not Mike Tyson. This is not Nate Diaz. This is not Anderson Silva. This is not Mike Perry. This is a guy, an Anthony Joshua, who is a former world champ, beat Vladimir Klitschko, knocked out Francis Ngannou. This is a big deal. Joshua gets knocked and signs the Paul fight either way, taking a dive or trying to earn his name back. Jesus. Can you imagine Paul Usyk 2026? What is the world? Since Islam is in GOAT talks, I think he's at the point where his opponent needs to earn the shot more than ever. You can't give him a younger like Morales. No, I agree. Not Morales next. I think the reason that Usman would be considered is to add to the legacy. Oh, Islam Makhachev also beat welterweight GOAT, Kamaru Usman, or one of the welterweight GOATs. As much as, Usman is 1-3 in his last 4, he is coming off a win. I think expecting Jake Paul beating AJ is like expecting Wing C beating Diego Lopez. Yeah, I would say it's about comparable. Took a new position at work today, $3 hourly raise. Congratulations, Chris Hayes. Congratulations, bro. That's fantastic. I'm very happy for you. That's what I'm thinking too. Exactly. Joshua's rich as fuck. It's not like he's in a spot where he needs money. Unless he has some type of gambling problem we don't know about. Unless there's something behind the scenes that's going on that we don't know of. No money, no problems at work. Let's go, Troy Hustle. If AJ loses, we need our AJ to piece up Jake Paul the only way. The only way, chat. It's the only way to be. Usman is literally 1-3 in his last 4, beating Buckley, ain't getting anyone a title shot. But he's also Kamaru Usman. He's also Kamaru Usman. Your lunchtime lives get me through the mail route. Appreciate it. Hey, let's go, Mad Mardigan. I'm glad to hear it, bro. Make sure you guys run the likes up. The likes are a little low this Tuesday afternoon, but that's okay. Listen, I'm always just grateful to see a fucking like up in here. We're at 39. Let's jump it up to 45. Because, I still want to make some waves with the like button. You know what I'm saying? I still want some magic to happen with the like button. Dana. I'm actually going to throw a couple of polls up for you guys. Because, the folks that tune in to the Tuesday this week's Best MMA Bet show, because that's what this really is, are going to get, some premium access to what my thought patterns are heading into this week's Best MMA Bet show. What's up, S Travels 4K? How's life going, bro? So I'm going to throw up a couple of parlays, and I'm very curious to see where some of you guys are with these parlays. Right. Right. All right. Check it out. What is your favorite of the bunch? I am the shadow boxing world champion. Those losses aren't terrible. One KO where he was winning the whole fight, two majority decision, and one against Hamzat, fucking Chimaev on 10 days' notice, and him doing good in round 3. He did better than Dricus du Plessis did. I feel like with Buckley, you could do something like, a Sean Brady. He came to get my thoughts on Islam versus JDM. Want to break my balls about it? Well, let's fucking chat. Islam Makhachev is a different beast at 170 pounds, and I completely underestimated just how real the jump up in weight would be and the shift of fucking strength and physicality would be. My word, he looked absolutely incredible. I was fucking blown away. I was blown away as Travels 4K. That's how I feel. You were initially thinking Bogdan against a debut, but he does get hit a lot. Kind of lets fights get away from him. Only pick I'm worried about, mostly because of the debut. Yeah, I'm with it, bro. I'm not feeling a Luke Riley bet at minus 240 or anything like that, but I'm picking him to win. Usman's win streak is champ. Let's bring up how many fights he won in a row. I think it's easy to look at what he's done lately and be like, I don't know. You understand that Kamaru Usman's UFC winning streak was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 wins in a row. Okay? 15 wins in a row in the UFC, bro. In his past 20 fights, he's 17-3. The losses come to Leon Edwards twice and Hamzat Chimaev. You know? Legacy is crazy. The fact Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury from a competitive stand up, this is a fight where Paul could really get hurt. If he does, it'll be very bad for boxing with it being cleared to fight. I think he'll get probably knocked out in the 3rd round. He has a good point, bro. Gary on live slaps could even take decision. That's kind of like a sneaky prop, too. I like that. I was curious what you guys were thinking of some of my parlays. Respect AJ, giving props. Hey, let's go, Stormy Norm. You're the G. You think Buckley fucked Sean Brady up? I think so too. I really like that fight. I think Sean Brady's striking is the worst in the top 15. He's kind of like the Pat Sabatini of welterweight. Buckley's been doing nothing but wrestling his ass off and training get up since the Usman loss. Exactly. Think Shamrock's a good dog? Shamrock's a bad man. You think Joshua carries him a few rounds? Maybe. Isn't Oezdemir slow? He's still a big puncher, though. I still think he gets a KO. I still think he gets a KO, bro. I don't know about Shamrock, though, bro. He's got good jits, but I think he's stuck on his back. Yeah, Islam is definitely the greatest Dagestan fighter of all time. Islam's on track to being the greatest fighter of all time, period. Colby was tough the time that Marty fucking beat him. That was a different Colby. That's not the current Colby. Bilal versus Gary. I like Gary. I predict a ton of Ian Gary long jabs for the win. I think you're so right. If Jake looks better than Francis, that's still kind of a W. And maybe he fights Francis Ngannou at some point. I know Adam Catterall is your boy. Listen, he does a great job. You'll donate if the lock hits as always. Thanks, Stormy Normie. Listen, we'll make sure the lock hits. I'll make sure it's a lock of locks just for you, bro. Don't sweat. Don't sweat. Don't worry. Don't stress. Don't stress at all. Don't stress. The lock will be a success, bro. Took Menifield last fight as a dog and got lucky his opponent showed up a shell of himself. Bro, I really think if Menifield beat Oezdemir, I'm just shocked. I'm sitting here confused by that. Why do people like Gary beat Prates? It's just Gary's underrated as fuck. Do I have any favorite media people? I don't know, Mighty Mouse at this point. I'm more likely to watch a Mighty Mouse or a Guru interview than anything else, I think. Oezdemir and Menifield both have KO power, but Oezdemir is going to be quicker to the target, cleaner boxing. Agreed. I got Almakhan to beat Alex Perez. He should win a decision. I mean, it'd be nice if he got a sub. He does have a sub game, but positional dominance is his bread and butter. And I could definitely see that here. Now 170s on ice till next October. Nah, there'll be a championship fight in the summer. They'll do something. They'll do something. I'm not saying Gary isn't good enough to beat Prates, but Prates did take that on short notice. Didn't seem to take it serious and paid for it. I'd like to see them fight fully prepared for each other. Hey, listen, if Prates keeps winning and Gary keeps winning, eventually they'll have to put it together. But I definitely don't think it's on the top of the list of rematches to be had. I think it's rather unlikely. Trump said his all-time favorite fighter is Habib. You think that makes Islam a lock to maintain the White House event? I think the White House with Islam is the right move. E. Casey Laydon from MMA Fighting SBN commented on my video. He didn't agree with my take, but still pretty cool. That's cool as fuck, Casey. Hamzat versus Imavov, official and signed. Where is that? Where can I find the link to prove that? Dude, that Gary Asu parlay is sick, but we have to worry about Gary's takedown defense. Fair, useless. I'm going to believe in Ian Gary. Okay? I'm going to believe in Ian Gary. I'm going to believe in Ian Gary. Yeah. I'm going to believe. I'm going to believe in Gary. Let's see. What is the poll looking like? The biggest plus money favorite is Gary Almakhan. Obviously, Tsarukyan and Oezdemir is a very good safe city parlay. And that's the one that me and Mike Finch did for Moneyline, actually. Which I think it hits. Right. Now, we need more votes, chat. Hermansson or Orolbai, who you got? 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 This is an important poll. I need to see what the people are thinking here. Who is taking Gary down besides Shavkat? Off the top of my head, I don't think anybody, but I'll double check UFC stats to make sure that's true. Let's see. Ian Garry was taken down by Gabe Green, Song Kanan, but this is a long time ago. Darian Weeks, Shavkat. Darian Weeks, that's a throwback. But he was not the same. Like, that was young Gary. That was different Gary. That was Gary before he kind of just turned into a fucking savage monster, you know? AJ, I like how you brainstorm with the chat. Fuck yeah. I enjoy doing this a lot. You know, the lunchtime live before this week's best MMA bets, it's always valuable to me because I obviously value your guys' opinions too. So I like to hear the community discussion. Don't trust Orolbai to win the fight. No, I think it is a fair stay away. I don't know, man. I do have to say, right now, Ian Garry and Almakhan, like, I guess I'll just hint it to you guys, is kind of standing tall as what I think is the two-leg lock. I'm not guaranteeing, it's not a guarantee, but I really like Ian Garry striking from distance. I really like his footwork. I really favor him in this matchup. I think there's a big chance that he wins. I'd be surprised to see him lose. Bro, Prop Hawks tomorrow definitely makes the week go by faster. And then Thursday is dedicated to just Q&As. Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, I'd rather have the money line in case too, useless. I think Gary's dude, I think he's a lock. I know Finch picked Bilal, but because Finch picked Bilal, I was like, I think Ian Garry is more good to go. Because as much as Finch normally is a whisper of Bilal Muhammad, I think in this fight, it's slightly towards what Bilal once could do versus what it is now. Armin's definitely a lock, bro. Fuck yeah. But if you want to parlay Arman, Tsarukyan, and Ian Garry, which I think is a very high likelihood of success parlay, it's minus 136. You know, and for me, I like the Lock City parlay always to be at least plus 100. Best bets is actually tonight, guys. I'm doing it early this week. What's up, Gunnar Simmons? Finch picked Dariush, so we good. Finch has great picks normally, but I do think sometimes the guys he's trained with in the past, he's like, oh shit, like they felt pretty, oh, they look good, oh fuck. And it sways the mentality, right? But I look at the logical side. Ian Garry is in his prime. Bilal is, if anything, at the back end of it. Ian Garry is a lock on this card. Ian Garry and Arman Tsarukyan is a fucking lock. I think an interesting way you could play would be if you wanted to do like, you know, Arman Tsarukyan to win if you believe inside distance. I think you could do that with Ian Garry. If you think at some point he gets Hooker out of there, plus 144 then you got something good. But I don't know if I want to bank on an inside distance for a lock, you know? I'd rather go safer. Arman Tsarukyan to win by submission. Check this out. Tsarukyan sub, right? With the side of Garry by decision. This is actually a sneaky little play if you ask me. Plus 725 if you think Tsarukyan is getting a sub like I do. Now, if you don't want to go Tsarukyan by sub, you don't have to. You could evade that. You could just go Tsarukyan wins inside of the distance. You got plus 216 if you want to go method of victory to the damn bank here with a Garry decision and a Tsarukyan finish. If I could choose Islam's next opponent, who would you give him? If Ian Garry wins this weekend, I'd pick Ian Garry. Yeah, I don't get why Armin sub is plus 360. I think it's really live. I think Garry leveled up training as a shoot the box too. Yeah, exactly. 3 rounds does not help Bilal at all. Think Ian could finish Bilal? That'd be a big deal. Bilal gonna lose for the welterweight championship curse? I think so. Arman hasn't fought in a while because he pulled out of the Islam fight due to injury and whatnot. This is why it annoys me when people shit on AJ for his picks not being correct. Is it possible? None of us know. And no matter how much tape study we do, it's a fight. Anything can happen. Exactly, Doug. We just look for the best. Safest 2-leg on the card. Dude, I like Ian Garry a lot. I like Tsarukyan a lot. I think they both win. I think that's a good, like, if you don't mind betting a little bit of chalk, I like that. For the Lock City parlay, for the sake of the plus money, because I always look to give you guys upside. You know, I want you to be able to bet for more than you're putting down, you know, and you make, you know, double or more back from your initial. But if you told me just I could bet, like, if my Lock City can't be this, but if it could be just Garry and fucking Tsarukyan, I probably would do that. I also think Oezdemir is good to win, but my one worry with Oezdemir is just, you know, he's a light heavyweight. Sometimes light heavyweights can be stupid, but he should get a knockout. I like Oezdemir by KO. I like a cycle parlay. Oezdemir KO, Garry decision, Tsarukyan sub, or Tsarukyan inside distance. I think that's a great 3-leg parlay. I don't know if Garry trained with Ilya at Killcliff. I don't know. Dude, Arman has actually never won a fight by submission in the UFC, but styles make the fights. You always say it's plus money if you win, and now you're worried about plus money. I do always say it's plus money if you win, but for the sake of the section, the lock section, understand that that's kind of been the deal. It's plus money. Like, that's just the rule. We look for plus money. It's part of the lock section. I always have a safe city parlay at the end, and I always drop my confident picks. But for the fun of the show and the sake of plus money, like, you know, coming through, people want to see the plus tag. And that's how it works. That's how the show works, bro. Johnny the Greek with a beard and mustache now? What if Johnny the Greek was actually my father and you guys just didn't know? Gianni the Greek is actually my father, chat. I have to tell you guys the truth. I feel like I'm a big ball of hair. Yeah, I look like a fucking just walking hairball. What do you think? It's not a good look? Is that what you're telling me? Gianni the Greek is my faja. You know, on Sunday, I was going to lock Orolbai and fucking Garry. I won't even lie to you. But I don't know. I woke up today and I was like, damn, bro, Orolbai. It's Orolbai, though. You know? He makes some mistakes. Like in Jack Hermansson. If Jack Hermansson has a good weight cut, he could be really good. You just place that cycle parlay plus 1800. Let's go, Collins. That's why you listen to this. Lunchtime live. This is the This Week's Best of My Bets pre-show. I got some cult bangers for you. Chat, we need 50 likes. I'm seeing 48. Let's get to 50. Let's get 50 up here. Let's get nifty 50. Yeah, I am that fucking ball of fucking desert hay just flying around. Having no ribs get work is the worst, bro. Can't wait to go to the dispo. Hey. Gianni the Freak. Dan Hooker couldn't even KO Claudio Puelles in round 1. Yeah, exactly. He ain't KOing Tsarukyan. No shot. Enjoy your grass after work. I'm sober, Jay, bro, but I won't lie to you guys. I'm a fucking goofball. I stayed up till fucking 5 a.m. playing UFC last night. like an absolute freak. I finished Moneyline so late, but I'm like, I'm gonna play a couple games online before I go to bed. Dog, I was up till 5 o'clock just fucking submitting people in UFC 5. No, still no update on Delgarian. None. Ah. I never heard of Panda, no, but Streamlabs is probably what I'm gonna switch to. I'm gonna do their free trial and try it next week. Streamlabs looks pretty cool. You can also bring up donos on stream and shit. I think Shamil Gaziev wins. I like Gaziev's chances, yeah. You're on UFC 5 too, kept going to split decision. That's fucking amazing. We did the same thing. Bro, I swear to God, man. I stopped smoking weed and I just like gaming. Exactly. It's been 3 years and we ain't heard nothing about James Krause. Exactly. Wow, yeah, no, I never heard of Panda. I really must say I like OBS Studio. I just got to figure out a way. If I could bring donos up on OBS Studio, I'd look that up. I don't know. I was seeing if there's a way to bring up donos on OBS, but it doesn't seem too easy, bro. Nobody cares about donos, AJ. Listen, PDX, you always be dropping big donos. I like your special shout outs, man. I am a little sleepy, Jay. Yeah. I was on mute for a second. Sorry. My fault. What's up, Louis boy? Boss just walked in my office, so I had to pause the stream. Crazy would consider interrupting my lunchtime live. What an asshole of a boss. Let me talk to him. Do I play heavyweight career mode? I have, bro, and it gets annoying. I'm slightly hypnotized today. Bro, I fucking went to bed at 5 a.m., bro. Ah, permanent Jerry curl syndrome, bro. Let me tell you about it. It's not an easy. It looks like it's all fun and games, but actually having the permanent Jerry curl is tough, bro. My hair gets crazy curly, bro. Nah, he sounds chill. You get to watch YouTube at work. He sounds like a G. Sounds like an absolute stud. Guys, how do I look streaming from back here, bro? You think it does the job? Kind of a vibe, right? Laying down, Jay, chilling. Bro, I should be doing Soul Glow commercials. I swear to God. swear to God, I should. Abdul Rahman Yakhyaev, round one line. Let's check it out. Can you imagine I was this tall, bro? Guys, I can't really reach the mic from down here. Welcome to the show. Happy to be here, talking some UFC with you guys. You know, it's a fabulous time. I love the organization. Probably fucking hold on real quick. How can I do this shit? It's a fabulous organization, chat. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. Dude, this shirt is a little small. Fuck. Let me check it out for you guys, all right? I can't really easily reach the fucking mouse from there. Yakhyaev, round one. Let's see. Yakhyaev, round one. Where are we here? Okay. Yakhyaev wins. I only see the KO calls and stuff. I don't see a round one. I don't see it, man. Hey, Matt Mardigan, thank you for $9.99, bro. Thanks for the content and fight analysis. Thank you for the love, dude. I appreciate you, bro. Big W, man. Why the short guy gotta have the weasel voice? I don't know, man. It's just the vibe I was getting. Far away J, 3 foot tall J, Hasbala J, Hasbeek. Bro, any of y'all get your fucking Taco Padilla merch yet? Because I ordered a shirt, 2 shirts. Shit has not shipped yet. I'm like, where the fuck are these things? So, what are they never coming? They never coming? What the hell? Was gonna ask you to deal with long hair in your eyes, been growing mine. I don't really have that issue because mine's like past that length, so I just tie it up. Yeah, shit's annoying. Hey, W Mad Mardigan for $9.99. I appreciate the fuck out of you, bro. Under the flat cap, Jay. Hey, listen, it's on a credit card. I can easily just fucking dispute the charge. Taco Padilla versus John Pork. If John Pork wins 2 fights, they might set that up. Oh, ears? I don't know, bro. My hair is real curly. I don't really have the hair in the ears issue too bad. I have no idea who John Pork's first UFC fight would be. Nah, I'm not gonna bother Taco about it. I'll just give him till Christmas, and then if it's not here, I'll just take it as an L. I'll just take it as a loss then. It is what it is. You legit crouch this weekend. The Prates inside distance, Blanche Fieldoff and Bud calls with money. Hey, let's go PDX. When you said crouched, I was like, oh, I wonder why you crouch for that. I thought you meant crouch with excitement. No, I agree. I don't think Taco's controlling the shipping either. Hopefully I get it soon. I hope so, dude. I really hope so. I really, really hope so. Ah, made to order. Okay. All right. Well, good to know. I didn't know that. Well, whenever I'm lucky enough to get it, I'll be happy. Ah, fuck. I forget how much the shirts were. It's borntowin.com. They're not too bad, the prices, though. I remember not being like, oh, fuck. I can't remember, dude. I can't. I don't know. I really can't remember, bro.
How long was I out, chat? How long the fuck was I out, bro? Holy shit. Did I just fucking pass out? Did I fall asleep? Did I fall asleep on stream? Was that real? Holy shit. Holy shit. Chat, you got to wake me up with some likes, bro. I need 60 likes up in here. Holy shit. No Ripski. No Ripski. Our boy Taco turns Chanko into pulled pork. I like that one. Fight is over, bro. You got knocked out. Down and fucking out. No, I'm not back on the Ripski, bro. I fucking didn't sleep enough last night. I stayed up fucking late as hell, bro. Like a schmuck. I'm addicted to the fucking games, bro. That's the problem. I replaced my addiction to weed. Nah, I can't go to sleep. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I feel good. I feel like I took a little power nap. Heroin now is crazy. Fentanyl on the stream is peak. Look at this data, Lee J. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Dude, Moneyline ran late as fuck last night, bro, but I still wanted to fuck around for a little bit. I did it to myself. Did it to my fucking self. I should get a whipped cream coffee from Jersey Girl, but she's at work, bro. No, I'm fine, Brenda. I'm fine. I'm fine. I just need, listen, I need the algorithm to pump. Pump the algorithm, chat. I want 80 likes up in here. I don't give a fuck. I'm waking up, bro. Hey, it's them to you. I'm glad I'm your favorite YouTuber, bro. You're a savage. You're a savage. You're a certified gangster savage. No, I didn't see in a podcast. Dana said Francis grabbed by the shirt. Holy fuck. Dedication's next level. Thank you, caveman. Listen, I can't stop, bro. I got to stream at least an hour and a half. I got a lot of work to get done. No, I'm not smoking, bro. I just fucking barely slept. I stayed up too fucking late last night. Hey, whoever gifted you a membership is a gem, KZ. You only watch me, Finch, and Cash Nasty? Well, shout out, bro. Went out like Charlie O had me in a choke is crazy. Do a line, yeah. Narcolepsy J is insane. Can you imagine I was like just streaming and I just fall asleep randomly? Yeah, bro. I got a fuckload of wins, bro. I'll be honest, bro. I probably lost a total of like 5 out of like 20 plus fights. KZ would hate my style, bro. I figured out the submission system, so I just been fucking grapple fucking people. Not even ground and pound. Like, I'll be honest, I would be annoyed fighting against myself because, like, I'll be getting cracked on the feet. My guy's busted up. Then I'll hit him with a heel hook. Or I'll hit him with a flying arm bar. Useless is the man, bro. Shout out to him. Gaming stream next week. I'll put it on the fucking radar. Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea. I agree, bro. Like, nobody knows the sub game. So I'm just tapping people left and right. They're like, Jesus. It's also like once you learn how to block the transition, the subsystem is low-key OP. Like your best bet sometimes is just to sit in that fucking sub and just lose the round. Using a recap when ballistic. Holy shit, 530 is amazing, Brendo. Congratulations. Watch about 30 plus prediction videos a week. When Saturday comes, a well prepared made 850 on UFC 322. Fuck yeah, Mad Mardigan. Stormy Normie's the man, bro. Underrated savage. It's so broken it pisses me off. Yeah, it's if you know it, like Paco said, he figured out the sub game. I get exactly what he's talking about. You just memorize the way they roll. Especially, bro, I got the flying armbar, so I just be putting people in the clinch, jump in the armbar, and then they're fucked. I got to check out the Brendan Ironside recap show. You don't think they should be ranked for stand and bang? Why, bro? I think it's a good way to do it. Some people don't want to play grappling. I think it makes sense, bro. You'll have the grapple fuckers out there that are annoying. You watch prediction videos all day, we'll deliver a mail. It sounds like a great fucking day. Made 900 on Prates and 1K on Dawkins. They really came through. Fuck yeah. I'm purposely picking the opposite Asia to see how much I lose at the end of the year. Exactly, bro. The fucking ankle pick is such a stamina drainer. Hey, I'll have to check it out, Brendo. I definitely got to look. Oh, he had his hair down too? Wow. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. You were stiffy, J Ford is great. Chat, I need 60 likes up in here. We're at 59. I'm falling asleep on stream. What the fuck is going on? Tuesday is a tough day sometimes, you know? This is the 9-week UFC marathon catching up to me finally. And it hit me during today's stream. I've been fine throughout the whole fucking, 9 weeks until today I got hit with the fucking wave. And it's my own fault, though. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate you all. I felt like Lee Syad in outer space, for God's sake. Props to Agent for supporting the boys. Not a lot of people would be confident enough to shout out other people's content on the same topic. Oh, fuck yeah. I got the people's back, bro. I want Brendo to drop this recap stream or this recap video. I need to watch. It's been 9 in a row, bro. No days off for me. So I'm looking forward to next week. I'll still be doing content, but I'm doing the picks on Sunday too. I'm doing an early UFC 323 prediction show. I'm doing the picks a week early. Especially because I'll be on the fucking cruise ship that Sunday, so I'd rather get it in early. Goated, Jay. Let's go, future sequence. Tomorrow's also, what is it, Lunchtime Live 180, bro? We're on trek to 200 Lunchtime Lives by the end of the year. The one that got the 500 views. Let's go. Hey, I'm your favorite in the MMA space. Thanks, bro. The community vibe is nice, bro. We just be hanging out every day. I really want to do a good this week's best of MMA bets. I really don't want, like, I really want to hit. I really want to hit, bro. I really want to hit. I think I'm just going to spoil it now for my savages that are here on a Tuesday. I'm thinking I'm going Almakhan Garry, bro. I really think so. I think Gary's going to win a decision, and I think Almakhan wins a decision. I'm also going to do an alternate big plus money Gary decision and Almakhan decision fucking parlay too. All right, let's check it out. Wow, yeah, you got a lot of views. 522 is amazing. I hit the like button too. I'm actually going to let it play through while I'm streaming. What a savage. What a savage. Do it, Brendo. Do it. Grappling heavy game plan, definitely a possibility, but I don't know. I think Volkan will be all right. Coming up to 1 year of lunchtime lives, fucking amazing. Huh? I can't imagine what year 2 is going to be like. We've had some great moments, man. The cruise is Friday next week, early in the morning, Troll Star. Friday to Monday, so I'll be back in time for Moneyline. Yeah, Gary's a confident pick. Plus 104 on DraftKings. Let's go, PDX. What do you guys think? You like this Lock City? You guys like it? You guys are my special savages, bro. The 74 people watching right now, okay? You guys are in like, this is not a members only stream, but this feels like a VIP stream today. Like Gary and Oezdemir more. I like that as well. I think that's a good 2-leg lock. The recap of BSD and Pratos was amazing. I'm assuming you mean on Brendo's show, right? Bro, you're confident in Horiguchi? Thank God that somebody else is on fucking Horiguchi with me. At Oezdemir plus 196. That's going to be in the 3-leg. Fuck it, you're about to become a member. You're a savage. You are a VIP. It's them to you. Just joined, as you said. I'll take it. Hey, let's go, Dimitri. I think Armin gets a finish. I'm going to watch the physical show, but I haven't yet. No. All the likes I've clicked on your video have worn down my phone. You owe me a new one. It's amazing. This week is going to be a great fucking watch. I can't wait. Oh, happy day. Yeah, Horiguchi's a tough little customer, dude. Like the backstop money line? Good luck, bro. Good luck. I have member exclusive content, but I don't sell picks or anything. Everything that I like is on Wednesday or today's show, actually, Tuesday evening show this week. This week's best MMA best. I just do it all. Just do it all there, bro. I don't like hide anything. Like I tell you exactly what I'm thinking. I don't put everything behind the wall. Bro, if you want to become a member, bro, do it on the computer, bro. You'll save like $2 because Apple charges $2 extra. What's up, J. Lou? My price is $4.99 a month, but Apple will take an extra $2 if you get it off the phone. Yeah, he does fit into the pattern, PDX. I agree, but somebody's got to break that fucking pattern for God's sake. 68 likes, chat. Let's get 70 likes up in here for the hour, 20-minute mark. I think this stream could hit at least 80 live likes, which would be pretty nice for me falling asleep during the stream. Just so you guys know, I wasn't actually asleep. I was just fucking around. I was going to let it run for a few minutes, but no, I was not fucking actually out. I was just trolling. Brendo is Tanka? What do you mean, Tanka? Yeah, no. Well, that's the thing is I'm not just a betting channel, bro. It's an MMA community, bro. This is an MMA community for the hardcores, for the casuals, and for people that just like good vibes alike, bro. To be honest, you could not even be a hardcore MMA fan and just like the vibes. Mine is more of it's MMA YouTube. It's not just betting. Obviously, I don't do the same drama videos like Guru and stuff, but I still, I'll be reacting to news and whatnot when I see fit. Depends if it fits into the schedule. That's the big thing. Sometimes I can't fit that shit into the schedule.
There's a pro wrestler named Tanaka, and Doug always says I look like him, even though I'm not Native American. It's fucking funny as shit. I hate when people try to dog casuals. Who gives a shit? What even is a casual? You know? I don't know. Somebody that doesn't watch that much? I don't know. Brooke the Rook, thank you for joining the army. Shout out to Brooke the Rook. Thank you for joining the Experts Army. Thank you for being a member. It means the world to me when you guys support, because your support makes this thing possible, bro. Without you guys, none of this shit's possible. So thank you. Look up Tanaka. I'll do it right now. I mean, it looks like if Brendo got on steroids, he would look just like that guy. Yeah. I actually see the resemblance. The channel's gotten you more into UFC/MMA? Fuck yeah, bro. That's what's up. Best hairline J in the business, bro. Baldy J bringing thunder. Hell yeah. And some fans are like possessive of the sport a little bit. It's an interesting thing. You probably watched me more than anybody else had to. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. It's very cool. Means the world to me, bro. You're purely a boxing fan before COVID, watch MMA because it's all was on, and then it just shifted you over. You came into the light, bro. Came into the light. I knew someone who's a big Charles fan, but didn't even know the Gamrot fight happened because he's a casual, only watches pay-per-views. That's funny. Only watching pay-per-views is such a miss, bro. Sometimes fight nights are better. Like, I really got to tell you guys, I've been covering this sport a long time. I think fight nights sometimes actually have the better fights. Not always, but there's great fight nights. Just because it's a numbered event doesn't mean it's going to give you more entertainment value than a card that is not, you know? I mean, some of the best fights are at the goddamn Contender Series at the Apex, you know? The tryouts for the UFC. I'm the Berserker WWE wrestler is crazy. You were a boxing fan until 2019. I caught a Wonder Boy fight and haven't missed a card since. I fucking love that, Brooke the Rook. Yeah, I see the Berserker comparisons. That's funny as fuck. Fight nights are better a lot of the times. Brendo is the same. That's fucking funny. Thoughts on Joe Rogan and DC commentating? Uh Progressively worse at times, and sometimes they have good moments, but sometimes when they're together, I just feel like it's the same shit over and over again. Like, I don't know. Kind of like the same talking points, the steel cup, the calf kicks, etc., etc. I think it's time for me on the commentary table. Oh yeah, Bonfim versus Brown was the shit, KZ. Agreed. I completely agree. Fight nights do benefit from low expectations. Yep. That's so well said. They do. He did go a while without mentioning the fucking cup, and then bam, nut shot. Vincent Henderson changed the game with calf kicks. He didn't even do damage with them, though. Rogan's cringe lord soundbox is funny. Yeah, DC solid. Me and AJ would go tag team. That'd be wild as fuck. Me with a pro wrestling debut. I'd do it. I'd do it.
definitely want AJ to beat Jake Paul. If he loses, that'd be sad. I would feel upset to see him lose. Yeah, I think a win is necessary. No more cheap shot at Jay. Exactly, bro. Brendo needs someone in the corner. No, I know you did, Brendo. I'd definitely come through if I was in your area. That'd be cool. $100%. Me and Brendo is the nasty way. I could maybe make that. Yeah, exactly. The legs are not always compromised after one calf kick. No. Jack Della's were after a few, though. I should take a dive while being a huge fave. It's funny. Doug, I think, is a fucking low-key wizard of ideas. Chad, I want 75 likes to close out the show. I'm stopping it at the hour and a half mark because I got to finish these notes. Got to finish these notes, dude. Got to fucking. Where the fuck is it? Who is the short guy? KZ as Jimmy Hart is accurate as fuck. I'm locked in on both, Brenda, like a savage. JDM is losing just shows how bad the betting scandal is gone. It's a crazy take. I disagree. I disagree completely. I do not think that's true. I do not believe that. Strikes only. You're right. That's what KZ would be on. He's just, listen, he's a stand and bang type fighter. He don't got time for no grappling bullshit. I respect that about KZ, though. He sticks to his fucking side, bro. You know what I'll tell you about KZ? His opinions are consistent. Consistent savagery. All right. Listen, you guys are consistent savages. Thank you to everybody that tuned in for the past 90 minutes. It's this week's best MMA bets tonight. Thank you for watching the pre-show. Your boy's gonna get up out of here. All right. Love you all. Talk to you guys in a little while. I'll try to stream later, but priority number one is the video. So if not, I'll see you guys all live tomorrow. But I'll have this week's best MMA bets out tonight. Peace.